today. Fuck it. It's R&B and it's an underrated album. I feel like, but I'm gonna say my thoughts on that.
Ah, God.
A lot has been happening this weekend. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to Todd Bridges' mama.
Oh shit, she
You know,
died too.
yeah, she passed away. Um, if you guys don't know, she was an actress. All my 70s sitcoms heads, she was the Wiggler from that episode of Good Times when JJ had to paint that nude woman. That was Todd Bridges' mama and
Mm,
stuff like that. So also rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. That
yeah,
was a shock. I was
yeah.
like, yo, not Fat Man. Come
It was a shock, but I'm not. I mean, if he did die from a heart attack, I'm not shocked because he was big. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But it was a shock just the way that it happened.
yeah, on stage and shit.
Yeah.
Right. Also, what else? What else? I know somebody else died too. A lot of people died recently.
Yeah.
It's not. It'll come
Sid
to me.
Vicious, the wrestler, he's from back in the day. He passed away.
Yeah, I heard about that. Rest in peace to him.
Crazy Psycho Sid.
Also, Scarface and Lil Troy. Keep your head up. It's been reported that Lil Troy actually is in the hospital at the moment too.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Two Southerners, man. Crazy.
All right. What else is going on? What else is going on? So yeah, in case you guys are watching, I did push back the Bruce Willis week. Due to just getting it more ready and stuff like that, and personal stuff going on too.
And I
We
was
all we
sick.
all had.
I was sick. So
You were sick.
um I
Mike
don't know.
has.
I don't know exactly what it was. I'm thinking it was just my allergies for a couple of days. The weather's been weird. It's be like it'd be warm in the day. Nighttime it dropped to like 50, 60 degrees. You know, some say it was COVID. I'm like, I don't know too many people like that had COVID and they felt good after a couple of days, but um I'm happy to still be here if it was.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? I know I took my COVID shots and my booster shots, and I just feel like, it could have been anything. I went to the lock store last week. It could have been a bunch of motherfuckers at the show that had it. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm here. That's what
Yeah,
matters.
man. I'm just grateful you were good.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, a
because
lot of
when you
shit.
told me you were ready to come on today, I was just like, okay, shoot.
Yeah. I'm like, why not? Because I didn't feel good, a week ago. So um, it was just time to come back.
I feel you though. I definitely
Like
feel you
Sean
with
was
that.
good.
And you know me. I'm not gonna rush any bit. I was like, take care of your health. That's what I'm gonna. That's what I
Right,
always say.
right.
Yeah, man. What else is going on? What's up, Ray Sean? I saw the Deliverance movie, the Lee Daniels movie last night and stuff.
Yes, I gotta watch that. Is it good?
That was pretty dope. I actually liked it. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was very good. It's fucked. Like Lee Daniels, he should do more
Uh-huh.
horror movies. I'm sorry, he should do more horror movies. That's like
Yeah.
his forte. Um, I also saw the other Netflix movie with those three teenage boys. That's like the number two movie right now. I didn't care for that movie. I'm gonna be real with you.
I saw the trailer for that. It don't give me American Pie vibes or whatever, or
They don't
super
give me
bad or
Project X
whatever they were
vibe.
trying to do. And you know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like it got good in the middle, but then it wasn't enough for me to keep me satisfied. If that makes sense.
Right, right.
Okay. I'm gonna start in about 5 more minutes. I heard the LL Cool J and Eminem single. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say my thoughts on that Sunday
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm just
Some
like,
things don't need a sequel. That's all I got to say.
yeah, yeah. See, now I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, I told you. Don't.
No. Well,
It's cool to get your hopes up, but remember, this man has not dropped a great album in 25 years to me. So
now I'm kind of worried because
I
don't
want to
get me
hear the
wrong.
full
It's
project.
nice to see.
The 2 songs
It's
he
nice
released
that
was good. I want to hear the full project though, before we start saying like, "Yo, he's back." And let's hear the full project first.
yeah. That's why I'm just gonna do force him these albums today, and then next Sunday is gonna be the main event. That's gonna be like you want to talk about that one. That's gonna be the main event.
Yeah, and I unfortunately I wasn't able to go to the listening session. I wanted to go to that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
It
that
wasn't
is
meant for me to
right.
go to that. Hopefully the next one, but it wasn't meant for me to go to that one.
So apparently Drake is ready for round 2, from what I heard.
Why?
Round 2.
There is no round 2. You lost. Like, move on from that.
Now Lil
Kendrick,
Yachty.
I don't think Kendrick gonna respond to him. I think Kendrick just gonna ignore his ass. like he should.
That's hilarious. Also, shout out to T-Boss from TLC. She's going through some health issues from what I looked up.
Yeah, I heard about
Sick
that.
of.
It's crazy. Boys to Men reunited.
Oh yeah, that I was not expecting that. I was like,
Not all 4 members.
it has hell frozen over? Like, are pigs flying? Is this really the end of the world? Really? Wow. I was like, I never thought I would see the day.
Mm-hmm. And he's walking without a cane too, Mike.
Thank God.
So maybe, hopefully, he's healthy. It looks like he's healthy, and I've never seen him walk without a cane. This is the first time ever since they've been out that I've seen him walk without a cane. You know what I'm saying? Even when I saw him on tour, he had a cane on stage. This is the first time ever I've seen him walk without a cane. So hopefully he's healthy. He did say that there's more to come. So hopefully they're coming out with a new album with the original 4 members. And that's the way I remember Boyz II Men. Not just with Nathan, Sean, and Wanye. I remember them with all 4. So I think it's great.
Yeah, man. Because Boyz II Men, man. I mean, I say what I have to say about Boyz II Men, but when all 4 of them are in sync, that's when they were just dropping some great R&B, man. Like, definitely. What else? Yeah, man. Oh yeah, Mariah Carey's mom and sister passed away too. Yeah. We all know the drama with all that. I'm not trying to bring that shit up, but rest in peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I tell you my Halloween costume and shit?
No, you didn't. What's your Halloween costume this year?
I'll put on a private chat, but don't say it out loud.
Okay. I know, so it's gonna be something that you can pull off, because you always do have a knack for doing that. So, oh yeah, I could definitely see you as that.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah, I was like, you know what? I've done a lot of rappers. Let me go out the box this time.
That's dope. That's dope. And he was a cartoon character.
I got half. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I already got like half the outfit. I already got half the outfit together and shit like that too. So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least he wasn't medium.
Oh no. They're not ready for that yet. They're not ready.
That's dope.
That's gonna be when I really want to go out the box and shit. But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
All right.
What up, niggas and bitches? Your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to build it with me.
Yo.
We kind of took an unofficial hiatus for a bit.
I'm back from the dead.
Where's the David Ruffin? I'm back. I'm better than
Right?
ever.
Facts. Better than ever.
You hear that? Do you hear that?
Nobody came to see
Uh,
you, Otis.
yes, sir. All right. So on this anniversary, this album technically came out yesterday, but I really wanted to talk about this album today. Fuck it. Is Jill Scott with their second studio album, Beautifully Human Words and Sounds Volume 2. This came out August 31st, 2004 on Hidden Beach Recordings. This was her second studio album, her first in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Her first album being Who is Jill Scott, Words and Sounds Volume 1. R&B classic, in my opinion. We have to talk about that album at some point.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Before she really became more known for her acting, you know what I'm saying? She was definitely one of the leading acts in this what I call the second wave of the neo soul. And after the release of the first album, she took some time. She did a live album, like what every neo soul artist did at that time, which I didn't. I need to hear that joint. Excuse me. And then she did her acting, and she dropped her second album, Words and Sounds Volume 2. So of course, this is the picture. This is her as a little girl and stuff like that. Has an Illmatic kind of vibe and shit.
Right.
This was known for songs like Golden, like Living My Life Like It's Golden.
Mhm.
That song. That was a big song when it came out. Still a big song today, you know what I'm saying? That's like the black women national anthem when they feel like they put out the slickest shit, they feel like they just started to change their lives and stuff like that too. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I mean, I forget Jill Scott had them anthems back in them days, like Golden and
Mhm.
stuff like that. The Walk. I mean, the Way. Come on now,
Mhm.
Cross My Mind. That was another single.
That's my
The
joint. Yeah.
Fact That I Need You, Family Reunion. You know what I'm saying? Cross My Mind actually got her her first Grammy Award for Best Urban Alternative Performance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And other nominees was Most Def, Sex, Love, and Money, Dope, Music Soul Child, All You Experience, NERD, She Wants to Move,
I love that.
The Roots, Star. I think that was from the Tipping Point. Yeah, Jill Scott was the right. Damn, they could have picked some other joint, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, most of them was cool, but I mean, the Tipping Point album was not one of my favorites from the Roots.
Right.
I mean,
Another.
damn. I mean, what about Mad Villainy? I mean,
Right. That was a
okay,
weak
but hey,
category she was in.
that was a week. I hate to
Yeah.
say it though, but hey, um, yeah, man. I mean, this is a very dope album, in my personal opinion. What I call this a classic album? I mean, I'll say it's an arguable classic. I have to really re-listen to this album. It's been years since I've actually heard this joint,
Right.
but I do remember good times hearing this album and stuff like that. It's not as good as the first album. I'm gonna be real with y'all about that. But what do you think about this album?
That's great. Definitely love the production. Raphael Sadiq and James Poyser and Vidal Davis on here and just a great assorted crop of producers and the songs like you mentioned. Cross My Mind was my joint and Golden was everywhere. That was like a huge ringtone. I seen a lot of people use for their phones back then and Spring Summer Feeling and Warm Up. It was just a great album. Joe Scott is a great neo soul singer and to me she's like right up there with Erica Badu. When it comes to that
I
genre and
agree.
Angelo and Angie Stone and so many other great artists in that genre. And just over the years, like listening to her albums, at the first album and this one and Words and Sounds Volume 3, and she even have a collaboration project where it's like all collaboration songs. The stuff she's done with like Will Smith
Right.
and Lupe Fiasco and Common and Mos Def is phenomenal. Just a talented artist.
Very talented. Took the words right out my mouth too. I don't know Wikipedia, so I gotta pull up this guy. So we're gonna do our double review. We're gonna conclude our Artist Sunday on 4 7Ds with Step to Me and Moment of Truth. And I'm actually surprised we actually did an Artist Sunday, all the artists on a Sunday
Right.
and stuff like that. Because you always always have one here and there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is gonna be Artist Sunday on a Tuesday, Artist Sunday on a
Right.
Wednesday and shit. So like,
Right.
hmm. Speaking of Artist Sundays, we got some heat coming for y'all coming soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
But give me one quick second. I'm trying to
Yeah.
share them. Our next Artist Wednesday, Try's gonna love that one. That's all I'm
Oh.
gonna say.
Oh. That's
Rock
what's
with
up.
Try like. That's all I'm gonna say.
Somebody I like. Wow.
Yes, sir.
It's very far and few in
Yeah,
between. So.
I've been in a good mood lately. All right, like I said, I've been in a good mood lately.
Mm,
Because I was gonna do the Clash. I'm gonna save the Clash for 2025 and shit.
okay.
Because I'm not even in a rush to talk about the Clash at this point.
Wow.
Because I'm trying to get some of that out for some D's.
Yeah.
I don't have none of the albums, but at the same time, they just have to be talked about and shit.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. My laptop is frozen. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So now I'm about to share this. But yeah, man. So the Four SMDs dropped their full studio album, Step to Me. This album came out 1990. If this can act right. Modern technology, everybody. Modern
Mhm.
technology. All I just want to do is just share the damn image. All I want to do. No, I don't want to buy nothing. I just want to share an image. It's that simple. All right, if y'all can see it, this is their
Yeah.
full studio album, Step to Me. So this album came out September 4th, 1990 on Tommy Boy Records. This was the last album on Tommy Boy Records. Foursome D's consist of TC, Mercury, DJ Rock, and Trisco. And this was actually the last album Trisco was in too. Just letting you guys know. Um, Singles I was known for. It came out with two singles: "Are You Really Real" and "Somebody's Crying." Um, yeah, producers. This is gonna be different this time. We got Full Force, Marley Marl. Yes, Marley Marl, Monte Moore, Wayne Brathwaite, Robin Halpin, Fred McFarlane, Timmy Gatling. All my guy heads, y'all should know who
Mm.
Timmy Gatlin is.
Wow.
Thomas Elroy, and that's it. And the only guest appearance is I want to say it's Craig G.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Craig G because
He
that was
was
a
on the
joint
title
on the
track.
Marley Marl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marley, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely Craig G and shit like that. But we'll
Mhm.
talk more about that. All right, so yeah, Foursome D, you guys should know who they are. You know what I'm saying? We've already talked about their first three albums. We've talked about Love Letters, which I feel like that was a very solid debut.
Yeah.
Chillin', which was a very great album. Touch and Go, a nice solid album as well too.
Mhm.
So after the release of all those albums and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? By this point, Jesse was already in prison and stuff like that. He was still in prison, and they were negotiating with Tommy Boy Records because Tommy Boy, they really was not really trying to market them and pay them the rightful money. And the deal that they got, pretty much was like at that time, um, one of the worst deals in music history at that time. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, they had to renegotiate a contract because, like I told you in the what's it, after Touch and Go,
Mhm.
they didn't want to spend a lot of money on the Force MDs when it came to like big name producers. And I mentioned last week that Teddy Riley was among one of those cats that they wanted to produce for them.
Wow.
I'm saying, if Teddy Riley done some shit for them at that time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because this is around the time when he wasn't really he was dropped Make It Last Forever joint with Keith Sweat.
Mhm.
He was already working on Guy's first album.
Yeah.
He already did Kumo D's first two albums and shit. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So he was already getting in his bag.
Right.
And So that's why I feel like that could have been a very great look for them. But at the same time, now that they renegotiated and stuff like that too, they still had problems though, but they had some big name producers now, like Full Force. Well, speaking of Full Force, I forgot to mention, Force MDs also had a song on the House Party soundtrack, which we talked about that when we did the House Party review. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty
Mm.
solid track right there. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't remember that
yeah, man.
song
And then you had Marley
on
Marl.
part one.
Yeah, it was a House Party One soundtrack.
I don't remember it. I must have skipped over it. Like maybe I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't. It wasn't really. I know both of us said it wasn't really one of our favorites and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's why I don't remember it because
So
I remember the Full Force
yeah,
song on it. And I wasn't a huge Full Force fan, but I knew some of these songs, and I like that song in my type of hype
right.
in that album. But
Hmm.
I don't remember the Force MD song on it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that because, like I said, I hate to say it's a pretty forgettable song too. I hate to say
Yeah,
it. I can't even remember the name at the point, but yeah, man. It's also too. You had Marley Marl, who at this time he was already in his bag at this time and shit too. Because
right,
1990, that was a year he was doing LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out. He did Master Ace's Take a Look Around, which is very underrated and
right.
stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? He was doing remixes for other R&B acts like En Vogue, the Hold On remix. So he had his thing with R&B, and then you also had Timmy Gatlin, who you guys should know if you guys recognize that name. He was one of the original members of Guy. Matter of fact, he pretty much got kicked out before the album actually came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Because
on the album cover, but he
him
got
and
kicked out.
he's on the album. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, he's on the album cover.
yeah,
Because the Gene Griffin, the manager, was trying to shortchange him and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? That Guy review we
yeah.
did that the first and the future.
Hmm.
We killed that shit. We killed that shit.
Definitely.
We have to talk about Guy 3 at some point, but I'm not really in a rush to talk about that album. To be real with you,
Right.
you know. And he also did his thing. He did a lot of acts too. He did When Will I See You Smile Again for Velvet DeVoe, New
Mm.
Edition Connection. He did My
Timmy did that.
Prerogative for.
Timmy did that.
He also was one of the writers. Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. I'm looking it up right now and shit.
Wow, Joe.
Yeah, he done a lot of acts. He done a lot of shit though, because he also dropped an album called Help back in 1989, where
Mm.
that actually has some heat too. Like Timmy, one thing about Timmy, he definitely held his own and shit like that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He held his own.
Right.
These days, if an act leaves a group, they'll get blackballed or go
Yeah.
to Art of Dialogue, or any of them trying to bash out the group or something. You know how that shit goes. Vlad
Right.
TV, Art of Dialogue. You know how that shit goes. But yeah, he just put in that work. That's what you got to do. Put in that fucking work.
Thanks. Thanks.
But yeah, man. So now we're gonna get into the meat. We're gonna get to the album and pull up my notes. So the first song on this album is called "Are You Really Real?" Are you really real? This is definitely a vintage Full Force song, but with the 1990 twist, because you can feel the New Jack swing on this track right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I actually like this joint. Love the beat to it. You know what I'm saying? I do admit, it did kind of give me Love Is a House kind of vibes and stuff like that too. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Just with the chorus and everything, the way they were singing. But at the same time, that does not say it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Cause I love that record, but yeah, this is definitely a hot joint.
Yeah, this was a nice song. Enjoyed it. I love the beat for this and the background vocals from the group. This was good.
Yeah, it was definitely good too. All right. Next joint we got is "Step to Me," the title track, featuring Craig G. So this is one of those early examples of like a R&B song with a rapper spitting some quick lines and stuff like that too before that song actually starts. One of my favorite joints off this album, in my opinion. I forgot Marley Marl also did Craig G's "Act Like You Know" album from 1992. A step up from the Kingpin, but still
Was it? Shit.
some filler.
Oh my
You
lord.
know what I'm saying? But Craig G, he actually did his thing on this one and stuff like that too. These are the kind of beats I kind of wish he was rapping on, but
Yeah.
that's another story for a different day. Self-explanatory. This girl got into it with a boyfriend and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then the Force MDs are pretty much just like step to me. You know what I'm saying? We can treat you better. I wish I could find some lyrics, but of course, Genius doesn't believe in posting lyrics from talented artists. But that's another story for a different day. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Um, I love Craig G. He's a legend. He's been on legendary tracks like the Symphony. Part of the Juice Crew, Legendary Collective. But his albums are not good. And we talked about those albums years ago. He have not one great album in his discography. Not even a listenable album. It's one thing if you don't have a classic, but it's not even listenable to me. What is Craig G doing on an R&B track like this? A love song like that. Of all the what year was this that this came out?
1990.
Not, of all the MCs you could have gotten, G Rap, Kane would have been perfect for this song.
Kane definitely would have
You know what I'm
ate this.
saying? This is like, smooth operated Kane era. We in. Well, taste the chocolate, really. You could have gotten Kane. Kane would have been perfect for this track. You got Craig G. Out of everybody else, Craig G. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sounded okay, but he's not the first one that would have came to mind for this song. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had some type of affiliation with the group or he knew them or whatever, but I don't want to hear Craig G on a love song because he's not good
Well,
with love songs.
I feel like since Craig G was Marley Marl's dude and stuff like that,
Mm,
and you got to
that's why.
remember at that time, a lot of the Juice Crew members they were already pretty much established. They already proven themselves to be on R&B joints and stuff.
Mm,
Craig G was like the new cat on the block. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I mean, I could have definitely seen Kane. I don't know Cool G rap. Though. I don't feel like Cool G rap will be fit because Cool G rap to me is like the talk like
Not
when I think Cool G, I think talk like sex.
LL.
Operation.
LL drops his best
L.
album, Mama Said Knock You Out,
Mm,
1990.
yes.
Around the Way Girl, 6 Minutes of Pleasure. What other? You know what I'm saying? Milky City. He had many love joints on Mama Said Knock You Out. That was fire. He would have been perfect for this song. They got Craig G. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. And Marley. I get the Marley Marl connection, but Marley Marl was connected to a lot of other artists at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if Craig G is locked up. I saw Craig G 2 years ago. He didn't look locked up to me. Maybe that's something that just happened. But yeah,
Nah.
he
I don't think
he
I don't think
sounded
he's locked
okay.
up.
He sounded okay on this. That wouldn't have been my first choice to be
Right.
on this track. But it had like the new Jack Swing sound, and it don't even sound like a Marley track. It sounded like a Teddy Riley joint or a DJ Eddie
Well,
F.
yeah, it is. I did get Teddy vibe. I got a little Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis vibes from some of his production. We'll talk about that
Yeah, yeah.
because the next joint.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it was good.
Because the next joint, I have some surprising things to say about that one. But
Right.
I do like this joint. Craig G. I mean, I respect what you guys say and stuff like that too. But yeah, track number 3, "How's Your Love Life?" Love this record. One of my favorite tracks on this album. This track has a Belle Biv DeVoe feel to it. To be real
Yes.
with you,
Yep.
it has a very, and I don't want to mention. This is not going to be another one of those force from these new
You
edition
can't help yourself.
connection.
You can't help yourself.
We can't help ourselves. We don't. Isn't
No,
Well, if you
you said something wild crazy today, and I'm like, yo, you're bugging. You're bugging.
we'll talk about that because
Poll.
I was
If you took a poll
let-
right now, more people can tell you about the new edition albums compared to Force MDs.
I know, but let me tell you something. When I said that shit to you, I heard most of the Step to Me album, but I must say my thoughts because there was some tracks towards the end. We'll talk about that, but I do feel like the discography is still great.
You're crazy.
I still feel like it's still great. Because let's not act like New Edition had all
They
5
did.
out of 5 albums all
Well,
throughout. Let's not
the
act
one
like
to
that.
me, the one bad album they have is the Bad Boy album, which we
Nah,
don't even
son.
count. They don't even count. They don't even
Nah,
do it from that Bad Boy album. You know what
nah,
I'm saying?
son.
Bobby wasn't
Nah.
even a part of
That
that.
doo-wop album. That
That
doo-wop
Doo-Wop album
album
was
was not
fire.
that good.
The Doo-Wop album was
I
fire.
don't
The
know.
problem was at that time you had 4 members, and you had it was basically Ralph Tresvant with BBD, and Ralph was already thinking of being a solo artist, right? You had Michael Bivins was talking about that era on the BBD documentary, you know, Behind the Music. So that was a real funny era because it was like it's only 4 members on the cover. There's no Bobby. They didn't get Johnny yet, and Ralph was already out the door. But to me, it was still a good rendition album, especially for that time in the 80s when my generation didn't know a lot of these songs like Earth Angel and Tears on My Pillow. And I think they did a good job of, you know, bringing it, you know, letting the generation at that time in the 80s know these older songs from, you know, the 50s and 60s and all that. And I loved it. It's highly underrated. There's a lot of New Edition fans that don't have that album. You know, can Force MDs do a rendition album like that? I don't think they could.
They did do a rendition, but
What
we'll
was the
talk about
no a whole rendition album, not one
that.
song, a
No,
whole
I don't
album
know.
like he can. And he have a
I
Christmas
don't
album that
know.
was phenomenal. Do Force MDs have a phenomenal Christmas album? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? They were good,
Almost.
but saying that Force MDs albums is better than New Edition is crazy to me. I don't think they got any Heartbreak album in their discography.
I mean, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I mean, this one had a Belle Biv DeVoe kind of feel to it. I love this record though, because again, honestly, we'll get more into the hip hop side of thing with the Force MDs. This might be their strongest hip hop album since the Chillin' album and stuff like that. Too, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of bold things I'm saying in this review.
Wow. You said a lot of crazy shit today.
Welcome back, Try.
Wow.
Welcome back.
It was good. It's a good song. Like, you know, again, it has like a New Jack Swing sound and there's some DJ scratches on it. The beat was fire. I like it. I thought it was a nice track.
Respect. All right. Next track we got is Walking into Sunshine. This was produced by Full Force. Last album we had Walking in the Rain. With the one that Walking in the Rain, whatever that track is. This time we have Walking into Sunshine. This one was pretty straight, you know. Another one of those happy-go-lucky kind of songs and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? With the Force MDs, they do that shit well. Cause you know TC always sound like a happy motherfucker when he sings and shit. So
yeah. They basically like singing about getting away from the rush of the week and wanting a vacation, and you know, again, like TC killed it. Great. I think he's underrated too. I don't think enough spotlight was on him. It was mostly on was it Trisco? And,
yeah.
TC did his thing on a lot of these songs, especially with I didn't even know Trisco got went to jail. What did he go to jail for?
All these niggas done went to jail, has substance. I don't even
crazy.
I know he left the group after this album, but we'll talk about that after.
But then he came back for the Moments album, right?
No. That was Jesse and Khalil.
Okay.
Because I forgot. This was also the last album with Mercury too. I forgot to mention that.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. Whew. I'm educated. Q said he went to jail for drug offense. Okay.
Wow,
man. Like I said, yeah,
because they wasn't being paid. That's the Chi Ali effect. When Chi Ali signed Relativity, they wasn't paying him. He tried to go to Def Jam with Chris Lighty. They wouldn't let him go. And if you're not getting paid by your label, what are you gonna do? He wasn't putting out no music, so he started dealing in weed and drugs and shit, and that's why you got caught up in the streets. You know, they had to survive somehow. So I mean, I don't knock them for doing that. It's just fucked up. Like when you realize, like, yo, like how these niggas is signed to a label and they're not even getting paid.
Exactly.
You know.
I mean, and like I said, and it's crazy too how we talk about the Four SMDs because I've always liked to mention the Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers and stuff like that too, which what Tommy Boy Records wanted to model Four SMDs after pretty much. And it's crazy because, you know, Frankie Lymon, they weren't really getting paid like that. I mean, they were getting paid, but most of the time when it came to a lot of those artists at that time, the fucking label will give them drugs or give them liquor, you know, just to have a good time and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But then once they actually become sober, they like, wait a minute, all these drugs are cool. Bingo, where's my money?
Right? That happened with Pac when allegedly when Pac was on death row and Shaq would buy him a new car. The Pac is like, where's my money?
Well, apparently Interscope Records was Jimmy Iovine was one fucking with Pac's money more, but
oh wow.
I mean, this is why people need to know about publishing too. It's publishing.
Yeah.
Read it in contracts. Cause you know it's funny, I was actually on Facebook and you know the bad boy group Day 26, right?
Yes.
So they pretty much did an interview where they say that they will only pay like a couple $1,000 and they didn't read their contract. And I said to myself, like, so we should feel sorry for your asses and shit. I mean,
but they also
me and the guy,
but making the band, they wasn't getting paid for making the band, or was that was just Diddy?
Now you know that I was Diddy getting paid.
Yeah, so it's like that's not even. I mean, they're not even a real group because they were created on a reality show.
Exactly.
That's what even more.
Exactly. But all I'm just saying is like people should just read the contracts more.
Right. Read the contracts.
All right. So where we at? Walking into Sunshine. Okay. So we both like Walking to Sunshine, right?
That was good.
All right. Next track. Somebody's Crying featuring Monte Moore. So this is where you get to the Quiet Storm side of things.
Did we skip after 12 or was after 12 coming up?
And after 12 is the last track.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's Crying was pretty cool. One of my favorite off this album. This is DC right here. This was produced by Monte Moore. That name, if you guys know Monte Moore, he was part of the group at the time. I think he was like the keyboardist and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So you got some Prince connections here too. You know what I'm saying? So this definitely sounds like some shit the time would have done it for the Pandemonium album from 1990, which I feel like is a very okay album.
Yeah.
You said what?
I didn't like that album at all.
That's why I says okay, cause
yeah, even that album cover looks so the font on there looks so
Donald Trump black.
No.
Oh my lord, man! Oh, I didn't know you didn't like that album though. I didn't know.
I had my mother used to have that on cassette. That was like their comeback album, right? After Morris did the solo thing.
Yeah,
I did not like that album at all. I remember when that came out. I was like, no, man, they done.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
That I hate to say, but that has some of Prince's weakest songs he's ever written.
Right.
And shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was focused on his shit, right. Batman soundtrack and Sign of the Times. Not Sign of the Times, Graffiti Bridge and all that.
Oh God.
You know.
But Somebody's Crying was pretty cool.
This was good. This was a nice mid-tempo ballad. You know, love the beat for this and the synthesizers on it.
Yeah, them synths those were really made it and shit like that too. Them early 90s synths and then those fucking snares with the reverb. Come on, man. Yes. You can tell they were influenced by like Can You Stand the Rain from New Edition. There I go again. Damn.
They especially when we get to the next album, they were influenced by a lot.
Oh, no, they were influenced by Boyz II Men, Jodeci.
I was like, yo, this ain't your mama's Force MDs from the 80s. That's a totally different Force MDs in the 90s.
Hey, it's crazy because it's been said that Jesse said that was actually his favorite for some of these albums. If I'm not mistaken.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And
Great.
like I said, we getting ahead of ourselves, but still, that was like I was looking at myself like, hold up, wait a minute. Is this
Yeah.
Forced MDs or Forced to Men?
What's to me?
Forced to Men.
Oh God.
Oh, forced deceit.
Right? Force Town. H Town and forcing these together. They sounded like H Town on a lot of those tracks too coming up.
Nigga.
I was like,
Oh,
yo,
we'll definitely. Because mind you, I didn't say shit about that album, right? You know, I didn't say shit about that album.
I know.
Okay. Man. Next track, I Only Want to Be With You. This was produced by Wayne Brathwaite. If I'm saying his last name wrong, I'm sorry. That name sounds so familiar. He done shit for like Billy Ocean, Kenny G, that Kashif, like that Hush production kind of sound like Freddie Jackson, Melba Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no wonder why this kind of sounded so polished. This song kind of sounds so polished and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I can, and mind you, ironically, wasn't 10 to Love originally supposed to be for Freddie Jackson too?
Was it?
We talked about that. So,
oh shit,
it went to Freddie Jackson first, then New Edition, but then it went to Force MDs.
So Freddie didn't like it either, and he passed up on it.
No, because he want to do Nice and Slow. Can't let go.
I don't think
we have to talk about Freddie
on that song. I can hear New Edition on that song. I can't hear Freddie on that.
Yeah, because Freddie had that voice where it's like it is. His voice is like an '80s equivalent to Jackie Wilson in a weird way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's very tender, but it can get very rough at the same time too. You know what I'm saying. Like we have to talk about Freddie's first album now. Rock Me Tonight album. We got to talk about that.
for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, we gonna get into our R&B bag, man. We gonna get into that shit. But anyway, yeah, this was alright. This is alright.
Yeah, this was good. I think it should have been a single. It was definitely had like a big smash appeal to it. There's a nice harmonica solo on it. The synthesizers, the beat. I thought it was definitely one of the standout tracks on it.
Definitely. All right, now next track. What's the name of that song? I don't like this song.
That was fast.
It's too commercial. It's too, yeah. It sounds like something that could have been on the first album and stuff like that too. That happy dappy 80s. I was like, the chorus kind of got on my nerves. Like, what's the name of that song? Sounds like a commercial. Like one of those commercials you'll find on BT back in like the early 90s and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. It was like another mid-tempo ballad. Had a nice beat. The chorus was catchy. I don't think it's one of their best songs though. You know what I'm saying? But to me it was okay. I didn't mind it at all.
Definitely. All right. Next song is Watching You. This was produced by Fred MacFarlane and Timmy Gatlin. I hate to say it, but the ballads are the weakest parts of this album.
You didn't like this
one was. I mean, this one was okay, but I'm not gonna put it on the same level as like some of the best ballads. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see. I wanted to like this. I wanted to like this song, but I got to be honest with myself. I can't.
Right. I like the beat. I thought it was a decent ballad. You know, it was cool. I like their background vocals on it as well.
Right. All right. Next song, Why Can't We Be Friends? Now this is a cover of this song by War, funk rock group. They were an okay group. I like a few of their songs. I mostly like the album. The world is a ghetto.
Classic.
I think that came in like 72.
Classic.
Their best album, in my opinion. And I got that album. I think that's the only album I have from them.
Yes.
And I mean they they were like, how can I put this? They were cool, but they were more like they were a poor man's version of Sly and the Family Stone. I have to be. I love War, but they were like Sly and the Family Stone, Santana mixed together. It's like their sound wasn't really as groundbreaking,
right?
but that does not mean I dislike them. You know what I'm saying? Now, The World Is a Ghetto, that's my album. That World Is a Ghetto. That's that album right there. I would listen. I would defend that album every damn day. But and when it comes to this song, I never really cared for this song. Like, why can't we? Like, I put it on the same level as OJ's Love Train. That whole happy R&B, let's all hold hands, kumbaya.
Yeah.
Listen to Quiet Taste. Those kind of songs. And I could care less for this rendition too.
I thought it was funky. It was a funky. I mean, because I mean, you hear these songs in commercials and in movies. I think this is like the one time I actually liked this version of the song, and it had like a hip hop sound to it, you know. And I mean, I don't know why Force MDs would pick this song anyway to try to do.
Right, like,
you know what I'm saying? Dude, it just seemed like the type of song that they would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I don't know. Maybe that was
all day music. Huh? They should have done all day music. Can you picture TC?
Right.
And Trick? Like, come on, man. Like, you pick this song, you play at like a Latino cookout or some shit. Come on, man.
Unless they were planning on releasing it as a single. I feel like it was probably Tommy Boy that had more hand than them.
Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy.
Yeah, I don't know why they would pick this song to do. And then you put it at the end of the album too. So
yeah. I mean, I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Because it is a different it's rarely I hear this song as a cover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to recommend me some other dope covers of this track, let me know. But yeah, I don't know. And the last track, After 12. This one was okay. It was okay too, you know what I'm saying? It did sound like a commercial jingle, but I don't dislike it as much as the earlier songs, you know. I love the beat to it.
And it was more of a dance track too. It's more like an up-tempo dance track than anything else. So that was different.
Definitely. Overall, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. If they would have really focused on like a lot of the hip hop tracks, like I feel like the first half of the album was like fire. Everything from All You Really Real, Step to Me, how fire. The ballads, while good, was not great in my opinion. I feel like because it's weird because the previous Force MD's albums, they didn't just put all the ballads at one side and the hip hop tracks on the other side. They kind of mixed and matching up. I feel like the sequencing for this album and the next album kind of played a crucial part and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because the production was what really set it apart. Because it definitely entered them in the '90s and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love the production. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is crazy too. It's like the ballads are like the least favorite part of this album, and this is coming from a guy that loves Tears, Here I Go Again, Tender Love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't even like all of the New Edition ballads pre any Heartbreak and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
What are you crazy? What are you saying? You didn't like nothing. Hold up, you love Jealous Girl.
I love Jealous Girl.
But who do you love doing it? Do you love ABC's version or New Edition?
I love both. I love ABC's version a bit more.
What?
A bit more.
They're not even real singers. They wasn't real singers. ABC was not real singers. They were just a bunch of kids that dressed like me.
You know what? You know what it was? You know what it was about that version, Try? I had a particular memory of that version.
Okay.
I heard that version first.
Right. Before
I heard a New Edition version.
Okay.
And when I never really cared for Another Bad Creation. I think I do have the album though.
You didn't care for them album, and you bought.
No. Listen. Damn. I liked them, but I was not a big fan. Like them kiddie groups. If y'all names was like the youngsters or and stuff like that, then it was just like, okay, go back to the sandbox. But the jealous girl playground and stuff, I didn't care for Aisha.
What?
And stuff like that.
Aisha is a banger. You crazy.
I dated Aisha.
Playground.
Me and Aisha, when I dated Aisha, we both did not like the song. That's how we both fell in love, honestly.
Oh shit.
That's how we both fell in love, you know.
Wow.
It's like, oh wow. Yeah, it's all came on my Spotify. I was like, shit, I hate this song. It's like, me too.
I love
but back to
I think about the album just because of Aisha. Because that shit blew up everywhere.
Fuck it,
man. Their first album was great. Their second album was trash. When they got older and they voice got deeper, that's when they fell off. But when they were kiddie and they were dressing with the Doc Martens and the starter jackets and they were looking like BBD and TLC, they were hitting.
Well, yeah, but back to the Force MDs though. I'm gonna give this album. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like it's still a great album. I feel like the Force MDs was still good. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell Tommy Boy wanted them to recreate certain formulas and shit like that too. So yeah.
Yeah, this was a good album. First time I'm hearing it because I didn't hear nothing past the 80s when it came to Force MDs. Because the landscape was just different at that time. And there was like a lot of like old school artists from the 80s their transition into the 90s was hard for them. You know, Force MDs and Treacherous Theory and Houdini, importantly, you know what I'm saying? But this was a good album. Like, I love the New Jack Swing production because it reminded me of like, you know, Heavy D and the Boys and Father MC. And yeah, I love the production and the songs. It should have been promoted more. And I blame the label for that. It's not even the group. You know, when you hear songs like the title track Step to Me and How Was Your Love Life and Walking into Sunshine After 12, I loved it. I think it's definitely 4 mics. Now, I like this album more than the next album we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah, man. So the next album. So I think this might be the first review of this album on YouTube. Oh man, you know we got to do the drum roll because you know nobody done a review on this album. But no one did a review on Force MD's albums. This shit. So
first, like, then they will all watch it and be like, "What the hell was they thinking about when they were talking about these albums?"
Right? They're gonna be like, "Oh well, you should have talked about that album like that." Exactly. Well, you know what I'm gonna say? You know what the fuck I'm gonna say? Make your own goddamn review and shit.
Man,
shit. All right, so so we're gonna talk about their 1994 album, Moments in Time. Wow, look at this album cover. Like, I feel like I'm watching a goddamn PBS documentary.
Yeah, the album cover is not good. It's just too plain. They got like a clock in there. Like, what is that?
Oh my Lord, heaven. So, okay, so like I said before, so this album did not come out with no singles and shit. Like, well, actually, no, it did. It did. There was a video from one song.
Wow.
It was on YouTube, but I can't pull it up right now. Let me see.
Did they take it off?
Video to one.
They take it
no,
off?
No.
Oh.
Stop. Like, stop. I'm really trying to be serious here, though. I'm really trying to... Okay, so Stop Front. I knew that was a single.
Oh, that was a single? That was all the songs on here. That was a single.
Spoiler alert, that's my favorite song on the album.
That's your favorite song? This song? Oh my god. You cannot be serious. Yo.
Oh my god. So that had a video for it. So this lineup of Force MDs consists of TC, DJ Rock, Sean Waters, Jesse D, and the original member Khalil, and they had a new guy named Sean. I already mentioned Sean Waters. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after the release of Step to Me, they pretty much got dropped from Tommy Boy Records and stuff like that too. They didn't know how to market them, and there was like a lot of issues why they got dropped. And one of the shit that they got dropped was because, for one, they wanted to kick Mercury out the group because of his weight
Wow.
and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And so he got kicked out the group. Mercury ended up finding a label, and guess who he discovered? Who he put on? Shaheem the Rugged Child.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Mercury,
I never lied, nigga.
You discovered Shaheem?
Well, Mercury put Shaheem on his label, yes.
The he was on the independent label, right?
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, shout out to Celebrity Underrated, because I didn't even know about that shit. And that is also, since we're going to talk about the Force MD's New Edition connection, that's also Force MD's Wu-Tang connection, because
right, they from Staten Island. That makes sense.
Staten Island and shit, yeah.
Wow.
So I'm on Wikipedia right now, aka the Rugged Child. Okay, so he released that on Virgin Records and stuff like that too.
That's right. It was Virgin. It was another label. Was it like New Tribe or something?
It was EMI for EMI.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that's from Shaheem. That's Shaheem. Celebrity Underrated and stuff like that too. So also too, Jesse had gotten out of prison, fresh out of jail and everything like that too, and he wanted to come back into the music. So he joined Force MDs. Again, TC and Jesse singing again since the second album.
Yeah.
Then you had original member Khalil, because you remember he joined the Nation of Islam. He came back. He came to the group and stuff like. So this is kind of like a sort of reunion.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of reunion, sort of kicking out because Mercury ain't even here and shit.
So you got the new guy Sean Waters replacing Mercury.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And so they signed to this record label called Noir. Yeah, Nuwr. Noir. Yeah. And somehow, some way, it came out with this album. So let me just say something about this album before we start. You know, I've heard a lot of R&B albums over the years, and when I want to do these reviews and stuff like that too, I really want to go through all of that discography, because this was not the last album they came out with. They came out with an album called The Reunion in 2000. But I decided not to talk about that one because, of course, with TC gone. No,
right here.
I said not because that had more new members and old members. I feel like this is, to me, the last Force MD's album to me, and I'm gonna be real with you when I say this. I did not really get a lot of Force MD vibes with this album.
Me neither.
And this is another album they sequence kind of weird though too. It's like, because you gotta remember 1994. Let's go back to 1994 for a minute. Let's put on your time capsule, time machine hats. Let's all travel through the dimensions of time and shit. 1994, Boyz II Men had came out with a 2 album. Aaliyah and R. Kelly were doing their thing, music wise. I'm talking about that. TLC came out with Crazy Sexy Cool. Mary J. Blige, My Life. If you realize a lot of those albums I mentioned, those albums had some hip hop texture. This is what the hip hop soul.
Right.
Now I talked about how the Force MDs was like pioneers of that whole hip hop soul sound and stuff like that too. So you would think that them coming out at this time, they would be able to like succeed in this time and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Well, they kind of took the mistake a lot of newer groups, or a lot of older groups do, adapting to the times. They try to adapt and be like the newer artist that was coming out.
Yep.
And that's always a big motherfucking mistake when it comes to groups like that. And we're going to talk about that. So this album has 10 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I love it.
6, 11. Okay. So first track is called Inside My Room. Very cool track right here. I'm gonna be real with you guys. A lot of these songs, some of these songs are a bit long, longer than they needed to be. Inside My Room is like one of those tracks and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's a good track, and of course, I'm always a sucker to hear TC and Jesse doing their thing, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The group's equivalent to Michael and Jermaine. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have started a track, and it's kind of crazy too because they have the intro track in like the seventh track. But we're gonna talk about that.
I don't understand that.
I feel like they did it because of vinyl, because you know how the vinyl had that. I think the vinyl, the side two,
Right.
all that bullshit. Because MC Light did that with Ain't No Other. They had the intro A, intro B. Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't able to hear the song because it's not on YouTube, and I searched for it, nothing came up. So I only heard 10 tracks out of the 11. So I don't know what the hell this first song sound like. I don't think it's gonna make a difference with the outcome of how I feel about the album because, like you just said, they were emulating your favorite popular 90s group on this album.
Right. Like this definitely has like a Kenny Green intro kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I love me some intro, you know what I'm saying? That album, come on, man. Don't fuck with me.
Yes.
Anyway, oh man. Anyway, track number 2, Dry Your Eyes. Now I love this record right here. I love this record. But again, this has a Boys to Men feels to it, you know what I'm saying? Water once dry your eyes.
Wow.
A lot of drying, but not a lot of wetness. That's all I gotta say. hey.
Oh Lord.
Y'all can quote that. Hey, I'm about to put that on the show. A lot of dryness, but not a lot. Hold on, let me write that. Hold on, let me write that shit down. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm about to put that on the show. No, I'm put that on a shirt.
Oh, you put it on a shirt? Okay.
Oh, that's kind of hot though. A lot of dryness, not a lot of wetness. Okay. Wow.
I'm sure some sex shop in Arizona has that shirt on me waiting for you.
You said what?
Some sex shop in Arizona or Milwaukee, it's waiting for you with your name on it.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, boy, the lingo I come up in this channel, from cafeteria beats to happy go lucky.
Man,
oh my God! Why somebody say that?
You see all the people
just catches out. Yeah,
damn shame. So,
but yeah, I wish this was the first song on this album because obviously this was the first song I heard on YouTube because of course YouTube, when it comes to like those albums that don't chart and if it's not on streaming, let's just throw all these songs in there. Let's not put the whole album.
We'll make this the first song.
Yeah. Let's just put all the Green Day songs and shit like that. Oh yeah, but this one was pretty straight.
This was good. The way they killed it, the ballad, they sang it beautifully, the nice slow beat. But you got Boys to Men vibes. I was thinking this sounded like a Silk song. This is something that Silk would have had. I'm hearing Silk when I hear this song.
Freak Me, baby.
Yes. Yes. From that album. I'm hearing Silk first album.
Freak Me, baby.
Yeah.
Freak Me, baby.
Yep.
Shit, man. Boy, that's Silk first album though, man.
Yeah.
Them first 3 Silk albums, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they had that song Love You and Me.
Yeah.
That was my joint right there. That was my joint. But that little D motherfucker.
Yeah.
Whew, why isn't he not talked about when it comes to like the R&B vocalists? That was a young motherfucker singing with some grown ass motherfuckers and shit like that.
Facts.
I'll pick him over fucking Cisco any day.
Yeah, oh Lord. Cisco had flair. That's why people loved him.
You said Cisco had what?
He had flair. He had personality.
Yeah, son. All right. Yeah, something. All right, I tell you. That's my boy. Every time I see him backflip and all that shit, I'm like, yeah, there he
Yeah,
go.
that's another
There
thing.
he
He was
go.
backflipping like a motherfucker.
Right. I'm just like, I don't know. This nigga be backflipping the whole recording studio and shit like that. Backflip while recording a goddamn song and some shit.
You could have had him on the
Anyway.
USA gymnastic team. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they would have got gold.
He should have been on the Olympics and he should have been on. He should have been on breakdance next to Raygun and shit.
Right? You know, man.
Boy, I'm silly today, boy. Don't mind me. I got 2 girls' numbers today and shit. Don't mind me. And shit.
Play. I'm in a new relationship. I'm a family man now. I'm no longer single. It's good. It's good for once to be with somebody that you actually like and fuck with, and there's no drama and bullshit, and hopefully it lasts a long time. So I don't know. I'm hoping.
I hope so too.
Is that this is it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too old to be dating the wrong chick. You know what I'm saying? With 5, 6 kids and they always at the club every weekend. I don't want no female like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I got a good one. We'll see. Y'all gonna be seeing her very soon. She has a podcast coming out, so I can't wait for that.
Yes, I cannot wait. Shout out to her.
Yes.
You said so. I guess we're just gonna name all the R&B groups that this song reminds us of, right? Like,
yeah.
I guess we're gonna do that. All right, fuck it. All right, shit. All right. Next song is "Last to Know." I was the last to know they were imitating a lot of motherfuckers. Again, among one of the soulful tracks on this album and shit like that too. You know, I feel like this one was pretty good too. I like this one. You know,
the Dry Your Eyes and Last to Know should have been singles. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is my first time listening to anything from the Foursome D's in after the 80s, so it's all new to me. And I'm like, yo, these last 2 songs should have been singles. And they actually sounded like their self on this record, and not your favorite 90s R&B group. And their background vocals was great. The slow beat, the pianos. This is the Foursome D's that I grew up on. You know, I can't say the same for a lot of the other songs on here because they try to sound like everybody else at that point.
For real. This reminds me of another album. Oh, what was that group? Earth, Wind & Fire, yeah. Mm-hmm. When they came out with them 1983 albums. How could I forget Earth, Wind & Fire? But when they came out with them 1983 albums and shit, they were trying to be like fucking like electronic, like some Duran Duran kind of shit.
Oh God! Oh, you talking about was it that Electric Frequency album?
Yeah.
That shit was bad, and I have that album. That shit was bad. The best thing about that album was the album cover. That album.
The album cover.
That's one of their worst ones.
I'm like, yo, Maurice, what are you doing, Maurice?
Mo, rest in peace. He was on some serious drugs when he did that shit.
Yo,
he was on some serious cocaine or something. I don't know what was they trying to do. Was it new wave? That's not them. They're not new wave.
I don't even know.
No,
because you saw the hint on the Rays album, but the Rays album was fire.
That was fire.
Like Let's Groove.
Yeah.
I wanna be with you. Like that song.
Yeah.
And that actually got them a Grammy too. Yeah.
Right.
But then they wanted to be like Mr. Roboto or some shit, you know.
Bad album, man.
I wanna be with you.
I don't even think there's anything from that album that I actually like. That like if we had to make like a greatest hits, I would totally skip that album.
Well, there was that Fall in Love with Me joint. The first song on the that was hot. Okay. That was my favorite joint on the album. That can stay, but everything else you just gotta pick and choose. And one more group I want to mention. Your favorite group. The one that did that song, Cherish the Love.
Oh God, yes, we know.
Yes.
You know, I say 86 is when they fell off.
I say 82.
82? 82?
You beat.
Nah, man. 82. Well, I know you don't like GT Ever Cool in the Gang though.
No. It's not that I don't like. I like JT, but I prefer when they were pimped out and jazzy, like
Okay.
Summer Madness,
Right.
Little Children.
Right.
When their music actually made me feel something, instead of them trying to just be like an Earth, Wind, and Fire rip off and shit. You know?
Lord, here you go.
Because let's be real, celebration, man. They ripped off Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I don't like that. You know, I never liked that song.
Really? I thought you liked Celebration.
I mean, it's a classic, but it's not my go-to.
Oh wow!
Gang records. I've heard it so much, and like they used to play that, for like when teams win championships. They like the same way they play Queen, We Are Champions. They play Celebration for a lot of those NBA Finals and Super Bowl and all that. So I got tired of hearing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I don't blame you.
Like my go-to songs, like Summer Madness. I love that.
Yes.
Hollywood Swinging, classic.
Yes.
Ladies' Night. Those are my go-to. But Celebration,
you don't
on
have
the list, but it's like way down on the list.
You don't have to change.
Right.
All my Master Ace fans.
Yeah.
Do.
You know what I'm saying?
Even all I'm gonna say.
When it was on the downside, like when they did the Emergency album, like Emergency had it still had Fresh, it still had Misled. I love those joints. The album itself was totally different. It wasn't a great album.
See, it was all good until you mentioned that album.
Well, I said the album wasn't good, but they still had some smash hits on that album, though.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. I know. One more group, Shalimar.
Oh,
after when they did the Look album, even though that was okay, but then they were too new wave with that. But next track. Moment in Time. One of my favorites off this album.
Yeah.
One of the best TC, but this is vintage TC right here. Shit, boy. This was pretty high. I like this one.
This was good. Definitely TC killed this track. It was real sensual. It was nasty. They even had a girl moaning, doing some moaning on the track. Towards the end of the song. It was very, like I said, this is the 90s, so we're into like the naughty, nasty hip hop, soul, R&B. When we had R. Kelly and Jodeci and H-Town, and I think that's what they were doing with this album. So you had tracks like this, and it brought them into that decade, into the 90s. And this should have been a single. I definitely think it was a great song, ballad. And at least the first half of this album was decent. It's the other half that was bad.
See, that's what I said about the last album. It's like they try to troll us at this fucking point.
Yeah.
Someone trying to play a huge joke on me.
Right?
Someone's trying to play a huge joke on me tonight, boy. Anyway, next track. Do you have a friend? Why, yes, I do.
Right?
But this is a beauty. This is an Wait, hold up. I didn't even hear this song. What am I saying?
You didn't hear the song yet?
I didn't even hear this fucking song. No, it was on the playlist. Because I was hearing this when I was doing delivery. Deliveries and shit. So of course I can't just go back and forth because my phone overheat.
Right.
Yeah. Did you hear this one?
Yes. This was a good ballad. Again, like it was beautiful ballad.
It's so fast. Yes.
Vocally. Well, because it was actually a good song on this album. You had some pianos on it. This could have been a single too. This is like vintage Force MDs on this record.
Yeah, this is vintage Force MD.
Yeah.
See, but then they try to troll us again, right? So now you have the intro.
Right.
This is the sixth track called Remember.
Track. Why are we getting the intro on the sixth track?
The intro doing on the sixth track of the album.
Yo.
But this is where they try to remember, oh, we had our hip hop roots. So let's do what KRS-One and Primo did on Return of the Boom Bap.
Right.
And throw in all the past songs. Because if y'all remember from one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, that song, Party People in the Place to Be KRS-One attacked and throw in all the old BDP songs and shit. That was an LS intro. I feel like that's what they were trying to do with this track right here, which I actually like it. I actually like the intro.
Yeah.
But why wasn't this the first motherfucking track on the
Exactly.
goddamn album?
Exactly. You know,
What the
and they
what the
even
fuck?
used the Keras One sample. Remember, they used it on here. You know what I'm saying?
They try
Why are we
they
getting
try to
an
troll
album
us.
intro as track 6? That makes no sense.
We get an album within an album at this point.
Right? This is the bad part of the album. This is when everything goes downhill. It's like two different albums on here. It's 2 different albums.
How we getting an album within an album?
I don't know. Man. I don't know what the
Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on, man? Hold up, man. What the fuck? Like Jesse said this was his favorite Force MD's album, mind you.
Is he on drugs?
I thought we were about to get some. I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm ready, man. You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm sick and tired of these goddamn artists trying to hype motherfuckers up, say like that Schoolboy Q album. Y'all had that shit like that was like the greatest hip hop album this year.
No,
nah, nigga. I love Schoolboy Q, but I can't. Nah, I don't like that.
Game had a better album with
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Hit Boy had a better album with Hit Boy. You know,
Eminem had a better album.
Yes, that I will agree with you because it was listenable. Yes, I do agree.
I know how you. I know how you said
that in a decade about Eminem. It's been a long time.
Boy. I know that's your boy.
Yeah. I was worried about him. I'm like, yo, you're dipping from the top 5 all the way down to like top 15. You know,
right? Man. Now, granted, it's not the perfect album. It's not a perfect album, but it's better than most. It's better than Revival, Kamikaze.
Oh yes, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the bottom of the barrel for him.
Now that we're let people know that they're hip hop. Now we're gonna get to the weird part of the album. This year, we're gonna get to the weird part. The song called "From the Back." Jesus. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I thought I was listening. Oh, I skipped a track. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's a funk thing.
Yeah.
But they put the radio edit. And shit. I guess because the explicit version, they didn't care. They didn't care too much for this album to put the explicit version on this album. But I did love funk this track. I did like this track. You know what I'm saying? It's not a great track, but it's pretty great. It's pretty good. You know.
It had a G-Funk sound. I don't care for the dudes rap. I don't even know who the dudes are rapping on it. Is that them that's rapping?
Yeah, that's them that rap.
Yeah. I was about to say I don't care for the dudes rapping. I didn't like their raps. When I hear this, I hear Bobby Brown, 1992. The Bobby album.
Yes, I do.
I think Bobby Brown would have killed this track. I think he would have killed this track. This track was made for him. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
This is the bad part of the album where like all the other songs they sound like somebody else on here. They don't sound like a Force MD's record. You know, even the way that they rapping, it don't even sound like how they used to rap in the 80s. It sounded like they were trying to sound like a artist.
I had to pause this album so many effing times to make sure that I was not getting trolled in the playlist. Because sometimes when I hear these albums on YouTube, these motherfuckers want to throw in their own songs. I'm like, nigga, like I hear Marion Craft and all these other YouTube albums and shit. Like, oh my god. It's good marketing, don't get me wrong, but come on, man. If I want to hear Force MDs, I want to hear fucking Force MDs and shit. I pay
that's why you got
all
to
this
look
money for YouTube.
The official track listing, because it's like if you see the track listing is different on Wikipedia and then on YouTube, it's like more songs, and then you see like some independent artist name like Doug Cena. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Why is your Force MD record? Like, you sound nothing like them. You're not even you wasn't even born when they were out.
Right. Like this fucking phone may be overheating every time I be switching on my phone when I'm driving, especially when it's hot as fuck outside. Oh, you're gonna have to cool down your phone. I'm like, nigga, my phone's not even hot, nigga. So yeah, next song, From the Back. Jesus Christ. I thought this was a Jodeci. This is definitely a
I thought this was
Jodeci
Jodeci too.
ripoff. Mind you, this song definitely sounds like Ride and Slide
Yeah,
from the Diary of a Madman album.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yo, okay, stop this. Stop. In the words of one of the greatest basketball players, Michael Jordan, stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not gonna replicate that. No, no,
Right.
no, 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 no. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. No, 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 no. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. No, 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 no. We're not gonna do this track. No. No, 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 no. We are not going to disrespect Jodeci like this. We are not. We are not going to disrespect Sean.
They would have gotten sued. If this track came out now, they would have gotten sued by Jodeci. Because the beat sound like something Devontae Swing would have did.
Oh my goodness. No. Never in my wildest nightmare. No. And I don't even care for Dalvin rapping. No.
Right.
I'd rather hear Dalvin rap over. Come on.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing too much, you know.
This was not it. No.
Oh my god.
No. Jodeci, they sound like Jodeci and H-Town on this shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm hearing Diary of a Madman? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm assuming again that it's one of them rapping. Whoever's rapping on here, he sound like Crazy Bone. So you got a fake Jodeci song with a fake Crazy Bone rapping on the beat, which is even worse.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? There's only one Crazy Bone. And this was bad. This, I don't know. You can tell they were easily influenced by Jodeci, H-Town, or Kelly, Silk, your hottest R&B artists at that time. They were influenced all over this album. And it just sounded bad.
The only motherfucker that can rhyme like Bone Thugs and Harmony successfully is Biggie Smalls, the late great Christopher Wallace.
For one song though. For one song. For one song.
But how many other motherfuckers try to duplicate their rhyming style and fail?
Crucial Conflict? Then they have beef with them for doing that?
Now wait a minute. Crucial, they were influenced, but they had a different lingo.
Okay.
Like they had a I actually have Crucial Conflict on the list coming soon because I have an announcement coming up.
Oh my
Lord. Desperado, that's my joint, boy. Come on.
Wow.
Come on. You gotta admit Desperado was hot though. You gotta admit that.
Didn't like it.
Boom, boom. What about Hey? Come on, Hey.
No, didn't like it.
Woo, try.
Not a Crucial Conflict. I was Bone. I was not Crucial Conflict.
Okay, were you do or die? Do or die.
They were okay. I wasn't a huge fan of them all. I know some of these songs.
They were okay.
I was Bone. I was all Bone. I had my hair braided like Bone Thugs. I was Bone when I was a teenager.
They were okay.
They were okay. I was fully into Bone Thugs. When I was 15, 16, it was Bone Thugs for me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew 3 6 Mafia, 3 6 Mafia, even with 3 6 Mafia, they were like later for me. Like when Riding Spinners came out and shit, that's when I started fucking with them. But I was all Bone, like For the Love of Money, First of the Month, E99, like that was me. I was all Bone. All the War, one of the best double albums ever.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was me. I'm more Bone than 3 6 Mafia and Crucial Conflict and all those other groups. You know what I'm saying? Because I just like their rhyme style was just different, and then the beats they were picking were just crazy.
It's almost
yeah, and for them to do that, to harmonize and rap, that wasn't, to me, they were the best at doing that. Not Domino or even Force MDs, it was Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just, they were just dope. You know what I mean?
Mr. Ghetto Jam, Mr. Baptist.
Ghetto Jam was fire. That's fire.
Here we go. He sounded more like Snoop. You could tell he He was more
Yeah,
influenced by Snoop and shit.
it was influenced. Yeah, you could
The
tell.
Ghetto Jam is about to jam. And 3 6 Mafia, nah, they had their own movement.
Yeah, I don't feel like they sounded like Boom. You know,
Mm. Who was better, Bone Thugs or 3 6? Ooh, try Q. Don't do
I'm
this
Bone.
tonight.
I'm Bone, man.
I'm 3 6. I'm three
See,
six.
I mean, if you're talking horrorcore, they both did it well. And there's other horrorcore artists that don't get mentioned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was more Bone Thugs when I was a teenager.
Understandable. I
Now I would say 3 6 Mafia got the better music that's out. Because I haven't liked
Ooh, I
the
got
Bone album in forever. It's been at
yeah.
least you know.
I gotta hear the Juicy J's jazz
Yeah, I
album.
want to hear that joint. Yeah.
I heard some of it. It was alright.
Yeah, and it's something different. You don't expect a jazz album coming from Juicy J. So, and then, Robert Glass was on it. And I'm like, I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, you know it's a jazz album this day and age. If Robert Glasper's on that shit,
Right.
you know.
Gonna be fire.
that motherfucker getting a coin some way somehow. Shit.
Better discography, I would say this is Mafia. I think they got a stronger discography than Bone now. But back then, I was all Bone Thugs.
Ooh, even that's kind of that's kind of hard too. Because
what's the last
Bone Thugs
album that you liked? Because it's been a long time.
I would say Resurrection.
But
even the solo album,
that was like 2000.
Yeah, but 3 6, I gotta go with 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Next track. Ooh, I'm feeling good tonight, boy. All right, Stop Frontin'. Now, this is actually my favorite track on this album. Believe it or not. You know why? It had a street feel to it, like a street feel to it, like.
A street feel.
I don't know. You know what? I won't be. I don't know why I like this track. It just had a to it. You know what I'm talking about? Bam. Yeah, to it. You know what I'm saying? Like bam. It just had that feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's like the second half of this album. They were trying to do the hip hop shit, but they were trying to be a bit more erotic. Like I was sitting to myself, like Jesus Christ, like these motherfuckers are horny as a motherfucker. This shit, boy. But yeah, I like this one. It had a little to it.
Then I like this. They sounded like H-Town, R. Kelly, and Jodeci all on one song. Then I like this.
You didn't like this.
Then I like this. So it's like they went from "Let Me Love You" and "Forgive Me, Girl" to, From the Back. Like what the fuck happened in between? Like I know niggas went to jail. It's like did they become like horny motherfuckers in jail? Like I don't understand. That's a total 360. That's like when Chris Cross went from Jump to I'm Real.
You see?
And then
I told you.
Yeah, but I like the album though. I like the album. The album sold.
So you like that album, but you don't like this song?
This album did not sell. No, this song was horrible. What you mean? They wasn't even on a well-known label back then. It was an indie label that's already gone. This song was terrible. You know how much of a drastic change that is? Like, okay, like Chris Brown going from Run It to No Bullshit in Deuces. That was like your fans got to be able to grow with you from a lot. That's what the problem with a lot of these young artists. If their fans are not growing along with them, and then the minute they get mature and they start talking about mature shit, they lose their fans. We've seen that shit happen with a lot of the young child artists. Their fans was not ready for this. When they're talking about "Let Me Love You" and "Forgive Me, Girl," and then they go to this, they wasn't ready for this shit.
Nah.
And on top of that, they wasn't being promoted from Tommy Boy, and then they switched to a new label that nobody ever heard of, and nothing. I don't even remember when this album came out. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, what the fuck? What is all this? They sound like Jodeci. They sound like Silk. They sound like H-Town. They sound like R. Kelly. They wasn't ready for that yet.
What's the next? They're gonna sound like TLC or some shit? Like
Oh Lord. Well, TLC wasn't
What's
nasty
next?
like that. Like
Jesse and Trisco.
TLC was they didn't
TLC
TLC
wasn't nasty like that. What?
nah they didn't make. I mean, well, the first album they
Yes,
did,
they
but
were.
what the first
Red
album they
Light
did.
Special.
Yeah, but
Red Light
Red Light
Special.
Special to me is more like of a baby making song. It's not like a nasty song to me.
Hey,
That was more
you can
tasteful.
get nasty. You can get nasty making babies, man.
I know. I'm just saying, like the way that they presented their love songs wasn't as like Jodeci or H Town. They had class. You know, it wasn't like what's that group? Nothing Nice. You remember Nothing
Oh,
Nice?
oh yes, I remember
Yeah,
them.
like those group, you know, Smooth, like those artists were more nastier than TLC.
Yeah, man. Hell, SWV was a bit more nasty than
Right,
TLC.
SWV, right,
We
downtown.
all
Downtown
we all know what
was about
downtown
home.
means.
So it was like, yeah, like they
We
wasn't
all
like SWV. Like SWV had
we all
nastier
know what
songs.
you we
And
all know about
right,
use your heart and shit.
yeah, exactly.
The Neptune's best beat, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So so yeah, Force MDs want to get a little nasty and shit. You
I
know,
didn't like it. No.
in the in the words of DC Curry from for next Friday, time for Mr. Nasty time. Time for Mr. Nasty. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Time for Mr. Nasty. Oh boy. Let me stop before I get in trouble with YouTube. Cause you know, niggas gonna be start flagging my shit, and then I'm gonna have to do my videos on Trials channel and shit. Or, but yeah, man. So next joint we got is Every Time. What did I say about Every Time, man?
Not too much.
Yeah, I didn't really write anything for Every Time. Like I didn't write anything. I mean, it was alright. It just wasn't groundbreaking and shit.
You did not like it. This is another Jodeci ripoff. They sounded like Jodeci on this. I did not like it. Not the beat, nothing.
Oh man. Wow, the irony. You know what's
Yeah.
ironic? We
Right.
talking about Timmy Gatling, and then somebody just did a YouTube video on Gene Griffin and shit. somebody is trying to troll me in this whole video,
Crazy.
man. Somebody's literally
Right.
trying to troll me. Okay. All right. You see how I say the universe collide?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we didn't even do a review on SWV's second album. Oh wow.
We did.
We did. We didn't. We did Release Some Tension, and I did a solo review on It's About Time.
Right.
Damn, I had a high top fade when I did It's About Time. That's how I knew I've been doing this shit for years. Anyway, so yeah, now I can really tell the whole world what I think about that album and shit, and how I feel like Neptune did their best shit with the
Wow.
SWV and shit. That's how now the whole world can know one day.
Boy.
Anyway, and the last song, If You Let Me. This was okay. I don't know why they ended it up for this album though, but it was alright.
I don't think nobody should have let them in the studio to do the song. It was just bad. Again, like Jodeci maybe Jodeci is not aware of this album, because if they was, they would have sued them, and they would have won, because there's no way in hell some of these songs that you hear you can't hear Jodeci. This is all Jodeci on this shit.
It is.
You know, so they were like one of like maybe the nastiest R&B group at that time when it came to like love songs, and but they did it better. You know what I'm saying? And Force MDs they wasn't that type of group. So it was like this is a shocker to people that grew up with Force MDs in the 80s, and then they hear this shit and like, what the fuck am I hearing? I thought this was a Force MDs record. This is Jodeci I'm hearing.
Right.
Force Jodeci. what you call him? Force to see.
Forced to see.
Force to see. This is Force to see.
Forced to see.
This is Force to see up here.
Or force, and force. Oh my God. Anyway, Lord have mercy. I didn't think this review was gonna be this long, though. well, what can I say about this album, man? You know what, Troy? I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I'll just let you get it out the way. Just get it out the way.
The first album was bad. This is a bad album. The first album was good. Like the first like five, I would say 5-6 songs. Oh, I don't know. Why do you have your intro as a 6th track? That should be number 1. Why is that the 6th track? Who was sequencing this album? Stevie Wonder? Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have somebody blind sequencing this album because the intro, from what I grew up on, the intro, if I remember correctly, start the album off as number 1. Why is your intro track 6? That makes no damn sense. It made no. I mean, unless they titled it wrong and it really was supposed to be an interlude, then I can understand that. It really should have been an interlude then if it's at track 6. But it's no way in hell that you name it the intro, remember, and it's track 6, and it should have been track 1. So somebody blind was sequencing that album because that makes no damn sense. But the first half of it was the best part. You know what I'm saying? When you had songs like Dry Your Eyes and Last to Know and Moment in Time, you know, Do You Have a Friend? Those should have been the real singles of the album because they actually sounded like Force MDs on here. They just updated their sound, which for the first half sounded good. It's the second half after the intro that things went downhill, and they tried to sound like R. Kelly and Jodeci intro, Bobby Brown, Silk.
Where's Kelly?
Huh? Yeah, Forced to See. That's when we got Forced to See.
Forced Kelly.
It was
Kelly
like,
and the MD announcement.
It was like watching a Pokemon evolve from their natural state into something else, like from Charmeleon to Charmander. So we got from Forced MDs in the first half, and then they transformed into Forced to See, and it was bad. You know what I'm saying? And none of those songs in the second half was good. Even their rapping that they were doing sounded terrible. One song they got one dude sounding like Crazy Bone over a Jodeci track. And I don't know what member that was, but that was bad. And he's probably dead now, so that's really fucked up about it. But yeah, this was not good. I'm giving it 2 mics. I think the diehard Force MD fans that's left, just skip this album. Just end it off with what was the last one? Step to Me. End it off with Step to Me.
Yeah.
Don't even bother listening to this album. It was terrible.
Okay. My thoughts on this album. Personally, this album, the first half, like Troy mentioned, before I say my thought, I forgot to mention. So Tommy Boy dropped a compilation of the Force MDs music. Is like a full levels only, but I didn't like that compilation because they focused mostly on their ballads again, which the Force MDs was trying to talk to Tommy Boy about and stuff like that too. And the album cover for that compilation had like some weird girl in like a bed or some shit. I'm gonna share that to you after I share this and shit. But the first half of the album, it has that traditional R&B sound, but at the same time, they were adapting that 90s, like they were trying to do what everybody else was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like I said, the vocalizing exceeded the material, the writing and stuff like that too. However, the second half, oh my goodness, in the words of Ricky Ricardo, Let me stop. But yeah, I mean, there was some bad tracks here and there. There were some bad tracks. There were some experimental tracks. I feel like they shouldn't have sounded like public announcement on a lot of these tracks and stuff like that, you know. But I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5.
Wow.
I thought it was decent. It's decent. That's the key word. That's the word of the day. Decent.
Decent.
All right, so let me show y'all what this compilation looks like. This is how if you guys want a clear example of how Tommy Boy was trying to blackball or whitewash the hip hop sound, let me show you this compilation. Let me show you what this compilation looks like. Give me one. Okay, I want your honest opinion about this. I want your honest opinion because when I show you the hey baby, when I show you the album cover and stuff like that too, I want you to be honest. This is the first thing you think of when you think of the Force MDs. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, let me show you what this compilation cover looks like. If StreamYard can get their act together, please. So when I show you now, does this give you the vibe of the Force MDs?
Hell no.
You who the fuck is this girl? Who the fuck is that?
That should look like some I don't even know what the fuck it don't look like nothing Force MDs would do.
Is that even a real person? Is that
Right.
one of the first AI models? But it reminds me of how them Time Life infomercials. They're
Right.
talking about the quiet storm. It's late night. You're with us
Right.
to one you love. Classic soul ballads and some shit like
Yes.
that.
Or
That's
like
what it
some
reminds me.
that you would call up in order. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the following is a paid advertisement from Time Life Music Company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's why I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at?
That's crazy.
But yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end this off right here because I'm finishing up tutoring this guy. So yeah, I'm tutoring while I'm doing the YouTube video. Go figure.
Oh.
And I've been sober all throughout the video.
I want to
So
say something before we leave though. Like I was sick for a week. And
oh yeah, talk your
while I was sick, I was on YouTube just watching some of my favorite content creators and I came across a live stream that Mike had did. And the crazy shit that I'm hearing that, shout out to Mike. Mike feels like, he had to take some time off because we got some bitch ass,
pro
internet
ass nigga.
niggas, some bitch ass trolls that they got nothing else better to do with their time. And they want to come on Mike's live stream and say all kind of crazy shit. And I think I'm really like tired of talking about this. And this is probably like the last one I'm gonna say. This like if you don't like us, then don't watch us. There's like millions of other live streams and platforms that you can watch, but why come on somebody's live stream and talk shit about him? Especially when you're probably not gonna ever see him in real life and say the shit to his
Right.
face. You know what I'm saying? And Mike, if you're watching, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? You got nothing but love from us. And if we gotta be moderators on this channel, I will gladly be a moderator anytime he goes live and block anybody that's not supporting what we do. If you're coming in here to talk shit about him and you're not supporting what he's doing and respecting what he's doing, then I'm gonna block him
Right.
myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And that goes for all of us. All of us on here, whether it's Reg or Mike or Eric or Lashia or Kavase, whoever. Everybody that we care about, I will gladly do that for them. I have no problem I've blocked people every day. It's not an issue. I don't care about what people think and what they got to say. But what you're not gonna do is disrespect people that we care about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's going through a tough time as well, personally, and he doesn't deserve what is going on his platform. You know what I'm saying? People making these stupid comments and they going on his live stream and they saying crazy shit to him. Like you would never in your life say that shit to me in my face. Trust me on that. So the fact that we got these stupid, ignorant people, like they're no talent, they ain't got nothing else going on for themselves, and their idea of passing their time is going on somebody's live stream and talking shit to him to the point where he has to take days off or he feels like he doesn't have to do this. I'm here to tell Mike, you don't let these niggas take you out of your mood. You know what I'm saying? You are knowledgeable. We need you. You are talented. Keep doing you, King. Don't let these fugazi ass niggas take you out of your mood and feel like you got to take time away from doing something that you love to do, something that you don't have to do, but you want to do it because we don't get paid for this. This is something that we love to do. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing you. And anytime he goes live, I will personally be in there. And we're gonna see who shows up. We're gonna see who's gonna talk shit because I'm gonna block all of them. If you're not on there to support what we're doing, I'm gonna block you. Simple as that. I don't care how long you've been on his channel or how long you've been supporting this. If you ain't got nothing good to say about somebody, don't say shit at all.
Right.
And it's really fucked up that I gotta be on YouTube and I'm seeing this play out, and people are just saying crazy shit. They're saying crazy shit. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. But that's the internet for you. All these fucking weirdos that got shit to say, but they won't dare say it to his face. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
that's
the game. I shout out to Mike. I just wanted to say that because I saw that shit and I haven't spoken to Mike yet. But shout out to Mike, and you're not gonna tolerate that on nobody's platform.
I agree. I definitely agree with you about that. You know what I'm saying? People. One thing about the internet, I'm gonna say something if I head out. It can be a catalyst for mental health destruction, in my opinion. And there are like a lot of times I've seen certain content creators go on live and just cry because of the fact that
Yeah.
people would just cyberbully them and stuff like that too. And I think to myself, like, what is it about the internet and what is it about people on social media? Y'all so much of a pussy to actually say something to somebody's face. But at the same time, you're going to go behind the screen and just talk mad shit.
Right.
That's why, like, even when it comes to me, like, people will say some shit like, okay, well, I don't like your video. I don't like the way you do your shit. Or, nigga, who the hell gave you the mic? I was like, okay, well, you just gave me some views. Like, I don't even get mad about that fucking shit no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I just say, nigga, if you're real enough, you can say that shit to my face if you're real. If not, then keep it moving.
And they're not. So.
You know? And they're not. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, Mike, you've always been a very great friend to me. You're damn near a brother to me. You and Try, we the Renaissance crew and everything like that too. And then I know we always talk about our issues and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But just let you know that you are much needed, and whenever you're ready to come back, bro, the door's always open. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And in case anybody wants to do some cyberbullying and whatnot too, or if I ever catch anybody talking shit about anybody on the chat, because regardless of whoever watches these videos or not, whoever comes by and stuff like that, I have love for everybody. I have love for all the fans and everything like that too. All the watchers. I have love for everybody. And so yeah, sometimes I'll get in my moods and stuff like that. I'll get in my moods and stuff like that too. But at the same time, we all human at the end of the day. Like me and Try, we have our brother moment. We have our moments where it's like we don't see eye to eye on everything, but I'm never going to disrespect him. And I was like, I'm learning the hard way about, treating people the right way, especially people who have actually been day ones and shit, because I'm an asshole. I'm gonna be real, I'm an asshole. And some friends I've lost over the years.
Right.
Some of them I kind of wish that I kind of regretted. I regretted what happened, led to the destruction of friendship. But we live and we learn and we pray about it at the end of the day.
Right.
So with that being said, I mean, we can stay here for 10 more minutes and stuff like that. Just talk. Cause I do have a few announcements I was going to make. We can just talk shit because I want to listen to the 2-hour mark.
Right.
So today is September. So we are officially at our 3rd volume of our soundtrack month. And I can't wait for this month. This month we got some heavy hitters. This is going to be probably a better year than last year. Because last year was kind of all over the place. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. So if you guys should know, there's members of the Force MDs passed away. For example, Mercury passed away from a heart attack in '95. DJ Dr. Rock passed away from AIDS in '96.
Damn.
TC passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease in '98. Trisco passed away in 2016 from stage 4 cancer. Jesse Daniels passed away January 4th of 2022.
Shit.
They didn't really say what he died from and stuff like that too. So
Nobody's alive from this group no more, right?
well, the only original members alive are Khalil. Technically, he is an original member. Technically,
Right.
I think Stevie D. I don't think he's an original. No, yes, Stevie D. No, wait, no. Wait. Yeah, Stevie D. Yeah, he's still an original member. So yeah, just Stevie D and Khalil,
Crazy.
the Lundys.
Hmm.
So it's been an honor really talking about their discography, and just to let you guys know that all the albums are out of print. And if you guys want to know more about the albums, I recommend the first 4 albums. 5th album, I would recommend it for diehard Force MDs fans. But so back to soundtrack month though. So the first album we're going to talk about tomorrow. And I said tomorrow at I think I said tomorrow at 7:30. Hold on. No. Wait.
Tuesday.
It might.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I did say tomorrow. Are you free tomorrow or not? Cause I can move it to Tuesday if you want.
I might be like free like after 10 or 11.
Ooh, I'll be at work that time.
Shit.
I can move it Tuesday because I'm off on Tuesday.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Labor Day.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I gotta work on some music shit too. But yeah, so Tuesday we're gonna do the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. Now I'm gonna be real with you guys. The soundtracks we're gonna talk about in this soundtrack volume, most of the movies I don't like. And Dangerous Minds is one of those I cannot stand that fucking movie. So Tuesday we got a double hitter for Tuesday. We got the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. I probably might do that in that early afternoon. And then we're gonna do the Bad Boys 1 and 2 double review. And Bad Boys 1, classic soundtrack.
Yeah.
I never heard Bad Boys 2 soundtrack. I heard that. I heard some songs though.
Me neither.
Yeah. Also too, we got our Chris Brown Wednesday review. Breezy Wednesday. We got the Fame album. The album when Chris Brown gets mature.
Yep.
You know, post Rihanna. We also got a movie review. We're gonna do our Blank Man, which I can't wait.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Blank Man. You know what I'm saying?
Trash review.
Look in the private chat. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I want to give some love to one of the greatest black movies of all time and shit. So yeah,
That's a better film that we're gonna be talking about.
Oh yeah, that's coming down a lot, but yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, anything you want to say before you head out?
Shout out to the R&B reps, Elise and Junior. The episode is finally out. The Mac Wiles review for New York: A Love Story. It dropped today. Appreciate it. Now that review I did like over the winter time, so it's finally out now, and I'm happy about it. And Mac Wiles watched it, so shout out to him, Tristan. I got some stuff coming up on the channel as well, and it's a lot of great things coming up, man. It's gonna be a good second half of the year. I'm back. Fortunate to be alive and healthy, and this is great. We had a great force. Shout out to the Force MDs. I did tag them in this, so I hope whoever's left in the Force MDs watch it and they appreciate what we have done discussing the Force MDs, because they should be recognized for their contribution to R&B and hip hop, and shout out to them.
Definitely. And I forgot to mention too. So our next Artist Sunday is in 2 weeks, because next Sunday we're gonna do the LL Cool J Also, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna be out of town September 13th to the 15th.
All right.
So the artist Sunday may be an artist Monday
Ooh.
and everything like that too. And we're gonna do the Culture Club. That's gonna be the
Yes.
next artist Sunday.
One of my favorite groups all time in the 80s. So
Yes, I never heard any of their albums.
yeah, I think you would like it.
So,
I think you would like it.
oh yeah, but they kind of grew on me in recent years. So yeah, we got some good artists on there. We also got our next Breezy or our next Wednesday edition. Stay tuned in October for that one, cause
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is that's a group Try loves.
Yes.
I gotta do this one for him and shit too. So yeah.
Yep.
All I'm just gonna say was that you love playing this group on that rock band, Guitar Hero video game, whatever they call that shit.
Lord. Oh God. Oh Lord. That could be anybody for all I know.
Look in the chat. That's all they look in the private. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the next one. And the Married with Children breakdown. I'm gonna push that to next week and stuff like that because since we're all coming back, I don't want to I just want to get some music reviews out the way and stuff like that too. And I'm gonna talk to Lashia and stuff like that too. And like I said, if Mike wants to join, he can join. If not, we perfectly understand too. Cause I know Lashia is gonna also bring her Philly swag and shit. You know how Lashia is and shit. Yeah, that's my homegirl right there. That's my Philly homegirl and shit. But yeah, I think I'm forgetting something. No, I think I said everything. Yeah.
That's good. All right.
All right. So overall, appreciate this try as usual, and I'll see y'all people on Tuesday.
All right.
Peace.